All right, good afternoon. It is 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, October 6th, and for the market pulse. All right, let's see what's going down. Markets are being super volatile this morning. A lot of news, a lot of indecisions. We're at critical moments, critical uh, key pivotal moments. But let's see what's going down. Let's dive in. All right. So once again, we're looking at the 15-minute time frame, looking at 8 stocks, 3 indices. We're going to talk about the VIX, and we're going to talk about the momentum plays, in and out plays for high probability trades. Today we've been, it's just been kind of a choppy action. And if you sit tight, you got to be patient and let the trade come to you. But overall, what we're going to be looking at the XPX, the NDX, and the Russell. So yesterday we ran up all day. We had a great trades here. It just ran for the lunch, and the rest of the day just kind of had some choppy action on the XPX. We had this 4370 area. Keep that mark that. 4370 is going to be a huge area moving forward, but basically we could not go above that. Also, that 4370, if you're looking at the hourly charts, that's where the 50-day moving average is located. So FYI, we couldn't break above that. Today we gapped down and we did take a trade at the close yesterday because we saw the MACDs going back down, so it was a trade back to the 50. Sure enough, this morning it worked out, and gave us a little bit more, but basically, was it going to break down? The market did held this 4,300 area, 4,290. We saw a lot of demand coming in here in the short term. Are we going to take that out? Nope, doesn't seem like we're going to take that out. And bulls came back in. So we're kind of in this chop shop right here. We're right in between 4330 and 4290. What is the market going to do? So are the MACDs wanting to turn? We're near the 50. What's going to coincide after lunch, right? There's a lot of news headlines today. So basically, today there's this China energy, you know, uh, so all of a sudden we're having energy issues. That's interesting. We lasted for how many years and no energy issues, and now we're having energy issues. Just seems like something's up. Um, so inflation issues are coming up, and there's a I don't know. There's seems like there's sell the rally, which coincides with basically the head and shoulders pattern that I demonstrated on the dailies. Um, so and there's this Taiwan thing occurring. So basically, Kramer came out yesterday and says something that what if China or Taiwan was to shoot down one of China's planes that's going over China? Would that ignite a war? Right? Possibly. I mean, not saying it's going to happen, but you have to kind of look at the possibilities. And if that is possible, then that's going to disrupt more supply chains. And that disrupts more supply chains, then what does that mean to the markets? The markets potentially could collapse. So today is Wednesday. Does that mean risk on? We're not getting for the weekend, right? So risk on for the weekend. Are we going to sell off on Friday? We're not getting day twos on. Yesterday we were supposed to get a day two. We're not getting day twos as far as rallies. So again, it seems like they're selling the rallies. Overall, if you're that's if you're trading dailies, obviously it's not for us because we're trading intraday. But basically, it's going to give you a market posture, a sentiment, what's moving forward. So uh, we did gap down this morning. We're at the 50. That's what the news is out on the horizon. But just kind of keep your eye on the pulse, and this Evergrande story is still lingering as well. But we're rallying. We're right at the 50 right now. We're at 43.19. What's going to happen after lunch? That's going to be the key question. Do we go above that? We need to get above this 43.30. 43.30, we have 43.50. Below this, we have this 42.90. We have 4,300, 42.90 area. That's going to be kind of, then we have this 42.78. Below that, we have 42.50. All right, so let's take a look. Nasdaq. Nasdaq, much stronger than the Russell and the XPX. That's because the techs got slaughtered. They got slaughtered. So tech did rally. We like this nice pullback to the 50 this morning. We did see it try to rally, holding. We're seeing the MACDs if they can give me a confirmed bounce here. And I think we're waiting for the XPX and the Russell to come around. But if we do get a confirmed bounce here and start going higher, we could see these retested of 14,734 and then 14,767. So we're right at a pivotal moment of what could happen. I think that we would like to see the XPX rally, but we're getting super close. Maybe at the close, maybe after lunch. But key, just watch that. Okay. As far as the Russell Banks, right? Russell got hit pretty hard, and I kind of noticed that this was weaker yesterday. When we rallied, we had these rallies here, and the Russell was the first one to get weak, and this one collapsed, right? So we're probably going to look for a trade. MACDs are turning. We're going to show this weakness here, right? MACDs are turning. We're looking for this to maybe rally up to the 50 or the 50 to come down. So probably this $2,200 area. Is the Russell going to rally? Now, we do need a Russell to rally to bring these two up. But yesterday, when I mentioned at lunch hour that is this going to come down and bring these down with it, and it did. This one brought these down too with it. So they have to be in alignment. All right. Google is the strongest one out there right now. So Google, I gave this trade this morning, a momentum trade. Now, the way you play Google is that you're going to trade it to the top, right? So basically, it's not that it's a runner, but we had it. It was below 2,600 because it brought Google down as well with it. And basically, right off the 50-day moving average, we had a little bounce here, and it went up to the all-time high. So those trades went from $3 to $12 pretty fast. Again, choose your you have to trade them fast. Now, why did we sell them? We sold them because we were at the highs and the market wasn't cooperating, right? So when you get them, you just sell them pretty fast. And now I'm just sitting and waiting to see. And Google looks like it could possibly set up for it. It looks pretty strong. If we get a zero bounce here and go higher and these things break through, then Google's probably being the first one to run. However, if these start breaking down, then Google's going to break down with it and break this with you. So either way, you might have a trade here, either a bounce or a breakdown. If we break down, we're probably going to go to 2688 or 2670, 2619. Okay, so we're at the mercy of the markets. Let's see what the Nasdaq is going to do. Amazon is looking better. We have a potential double bottom here. There's a lot of stuff going on with Amazon, though. Amazon has, you know, raise. I mean, there are so many things here. Uh, Huge issues, shipping costs, lack of products to sell, and they don't have as enough product to sell as they did last year. Uh, wage rising wage earnings. So there's so many things that are occurring with Amazon. However, it doesn't mean Amazon is bad, but we are seeing that Amazon has a potential double bottom is holding. Today we had this rally going up back to the 50, but it's kind of in no man's land. It's doing exactly what the overall markets are doing. We're not really picking a direction here. I think people are just sitting back and waiting for all three indices to be in alignment. If the Nasdaq breaks down here and this starts breaking down and that starts going lower, then we could see a little sell-off here occur. All right. So just keep your eye on that. Tesla was one of the strongest one today. It was weaker going into yesterday and in the afternoon. It sold off. 762 is a key area that we always been talked about Tesla. And then it rallied. MACD showed us it was going to head back to the 50. It did. So that was a little bit of a trade there if you're looking for something. But where are we now? We're probably just going to be lingering around the 50. So just got to watch that. Don't force trades. Let it make sense to you. If it doesn't make sense, then wait for it. Let the trade come to you. All right. So now what else do we have here? We have ISRG. ISRG just came out of a 3-for-1 stock split. It rallied like everything else. And again, we're kind of in no man's land right now. So MACDs are just telling me it can go either way, right? So kind of like the Nasdaq. So either way we can go. Chipotle, nice rally yesterday. We had some nice gains on that one. Show some weakness. I did not take this trade. I said we took the XPX. But once again, it looks like it wants to rally. It's holding here. So We're below zero. Can it come back down? If we come back down, we got 1806, and then we have 1791. On the upside, it needs to break this 1837, and then we have this 1851. All right, guys. That's all for the XPX. The VIX is sitting at 2023. It's off its highs of 24.25. Let's see what happens. It's just a waiting game today. It's a lot of chop action, but hang tight and let the trade come to you. Make sure that you trade in alignment. The one thing I see that was running is UPST, Upstart Holdings. That thing ran. We set that up in the Telegram chat, and that thing ran. But it looks like it's probably coming to the end as well. But other than that, I really don't see anything else kind of running, at least that I'm watching. All right. We'll talk soon. Take care. Bye.